friends. So today we'll be discussing various type of charts and graphs which we can make in Tableau. There are around 40 kind of different charts which we can make in Tableau, and predominantly we'll be discussing some most important ones amongst them, like scatter charts, line charts, bar charts and stack chart, word maps, reference lines, bubble charts, heat maps, tree maps, bump charts, funnel charts, waterfall charts, pie charts, and maps. But if we would like to understand that how is it that Tableau makes such good visualizations. So basically, Tableau is a very powerful BI tool for creating different kind of charts. So within the backend engine of Tableau, there is a language which is known as visualization query language, which is also known as VQL. What this visualization query language does is, whenever you select a dimension and measure and or maybe some other kinds of fields, so based on your selections, the this VQL this runs in the backend of Tableau workbook, and it selects the type of visualizations which would be best suited for the kind of data you have selected. So we'll see it in detail. Let's move to our Tableau workbook and see how it actually works. So this is our Tableau workbook, and over here you will see if I select a categorical variable or discrete variable like category and a continuous variable like sales, then it automatically makes a visualization. So what happens is, whenever you select a dimension, a measure, or any field on this left pan, based on that some charts are automatically enabled over here. Now when you will not be selecting any of the fields, all these charts will be disabled, so you cannot select any chart as of now. But you can see, if you have to create a horizontal bar plot, then you should have fields like you can see over here, that is dimensions and measures. Similarly, if you have to create a bubble chart, you should have one or more dimension, one or two measures. So in this way, it is showing you that for having a particular type of visualization, what is the set of dimension and measures you should select. Similarly, for maps, it's showing that apart from having a measure and dimension, it is already required that you should have a geo field. So geo field is nothing but basically the fields which represent a geographical location like city, country, states over here. So right now you have seen that I have not selected any field. That's why it's not giving me some by default charts to take. Now I'll do one thing. I'll select field city over here, and I'll press Control key, and I'll also press select a field profit. So I have selected these two fields over here, and based on my selection of a discrete and continuous variable, it is giving me suggestions. So it's saying me that since you have selected a geographical field, so you can you can create a map, that is a symbol map. You can create normal maps, you can create pie charts, you can create highlighted tables, you can create heat maps, you can create text tables, you can also create box plots, and you can also create bubble charts. The reason is also this circle views. The reason is, whenever we'll select any field, so based on our selection, the visualization query language at the backend of Tableau, it sends instruction to the app Tableau engine that based on the selections made by the user, all these charts can be built up. So whenever we'll select any of the fields based on our selection, automatically these charts will be available for us to use in the visualization. So right now, since I have selected two of them, I'll double click or I'll drag one of them, and you will see that I have got some visualization over here. So I have dragged city. Okay, so based on this city, the visualization query language suggested the Tableau engine that the best suited visualization for it would be a map, that is a symbol map. Now I can definitely change it to the other fields visible. Now since I have already used a field which is geographical in nature, geo field, so it is giving me a suggestion to select these kinds of maps, or I can also select a text table. Okay, so like this, based on our selection, the Tableau itself suggests us the based on our the variables we have selected, the Tableau itself suggests us that what is the kind of visualization you can use. Now let's just select one more set. I'm selecting a measure named as quantity, and pressed Control key, and I'm selecting a discrete field name as category. So based on our selection, this is a set of fields I can use. Okay, just a second, I have to remove these latitudes. Now I am selecting a category, pressing control key, selecting profit. So I have selected a discrete field, I have selected a continuous field, and it is suggesting me that I can use text tables, because text tables require a dimension and a measure. I can also create heat maps because they again require at least one dimension and one measure. And I can also create a highlighted tables. I can create a pie chart. I'm also allowed to create stacked bars or horizontal maps. I can create tree maps as well, along with circle views, bubble charts, or box plots. The reason all of these charts have been made available to me is the selection I have made, the combination of dimensions and measures I have selected. That combination can be used to create any of these chart types. That's why these chart types have become visible to me, available to me. Now, if I'll deselect them, let me do one thing. Let me deselect all of them. Okay, I'm deselecting them. Now, when I have not selected anything, then all of these charts are disabled for me. So, Tableau's visualization query language is quite intelligent. It gives the Tableau backend engine a signal that based on the selection made by the user, what are the type of charts they can build. Now, supposedly, I would select order date, which is the date field, along with quantity, which is a measure field. So based on this, it has also made available this area chart and line charts for me, and the dual combinations as well. So in this way, we can create the chart suggested to us by the Tableau engine. This was this is automatically available to us. Now, apart from this, if we explicitly want to create some other chart, we can definitely do that as well. I think this basic intro of charts and graphs build up in Tableau is clear to you. Now we'll study each chart in detail. So let's see which is the first chart we have to study. So the first chart we'll be studying as of now is the scatter charts. These are the scatter plots. So basically, these scatter plots they are used when we have selected two measures, or the parameters which we have selected are continuous in nature. In that case, scatter plots are built like this one. This is a scatter plot. Okay? So in this one, this way, if we wish to create scatter plots, then we'll have to make sure that the variables we have selected are continuous in nature. Let's go to the Tableau workbook and see these things in action. So over here, I have got my scatter plot. I have built up the relationship. I have visualized the relationship between profits and sales. Okay, and let me clear this all for you. So this is how a scatter plot looks like. I have created a scatter plot of profit versus sales, and I am categorizing it based on the subcategories. So let me remove this, okay, altogether. Now I have no suggestion. Now I'll take two continuous fields. I'll take profit, and along with profit, I would like to visualize sales. Okay, so when I've done that, I get this single point which tells us that out of all these profit and sales made, the sum of the profit is this and the sum of the sales is this. Now if I based on my selection, I'm getting an option that I can use a text table, I can use the scatter plot. So by default, it's found that the best one is scatter plot for me. Now if I would like to see it based on categories, I can place category over here. So it is asking me min max category. I won't do that. I would basically just place categories over here, the details. So I've got these 3 points now. Okay. One is showing me the profit and sales of furniture, another for office supplies, and another for technologies. If I would wish to color these based on the category itself, I can drag and drop category on the colors. So I get different colors for different categories. Okay. Blue stands for furniture, orange for office supplies, and red for technology. If instead of category, I would like to show the cases in case of subcategory. If I would like to see the profit and sales comparison for each subcategory product, then I can do that as well. I'll place my subcategory on the details. I'll get various points. This is for the storage one, this is for binders, this is for phones, this is for chairs, this is for copiers. Now if I want to label all of these, since there are subcategories, I can drag and drop subcategory on the labels. So I'll get the labels of the subcategories over here. Here it is. Now if I would also like to see the values of sales and profit on these data points, I can simply place sales and profit on the labels. So I'll get their names as well. Okay. So these are the values.